while I say Bible and booty from a joking perspective, really what I am saying is I want a beautiful woman who loves God and who really has some level of education and wisdom, right? And so when I say all that to say, this, is that these days and times I am seeing this younger generation going out to strip clubs. I am seeing this younger generation going out and just spending money and dropping money. And I regret that. Do you know what I could have done with $7,000? Do y'all know that the strip clubs make as much as $6 billion every single year? I'm gonna say it one more time. $6 billion every single year on ladies who are twerking that thing, and guys who are giving up their rent money, guys who are giving up their utility monies, guys who are giving up their child support checks in the strip club. I really want you to think about that. A person could spend hundreds to thousands of dollars a night at the strip club in one night. I was watching this show and doing some research as well. Gabrielle Union, the well-known actress, said she spent $10,000 to $20,000 on a strip club. And I know she ain't playing because I spent $7,000 in one night in the strip club and came home, and I will never forget. I will never forget. I woke up the next day upset. Can I keep it real with y'all? Because we keep it real, relevant, and relatable at the table. And I'm going to keep it real. And I want to say this correctly. I spent that $7,000 on the strip club, in the strip club, on one lady. I remember it. On one lady. Because she was filling a void that I didn't know that I needed filled. She was making me feel a certain kind of way that I didn't know I needed to feel. That I don't know how to say it. Like, she was saying all the right things. She was looking real good. She got all this money out of me, and it sent me on about my way. I ain't get no hug. I ain't get no kiss. Can I be real? I went home broke and horny. Can I just be real? I went home broke. I went home without my $7,000 and horny. That makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I will never do that again. I will never, hear me clearly. I get upset at myself every time I think about that, because I could have spent that money at that time on a lot of different things that could have, today, that money could have been worth about $100,000. I could have started a business with that account. There's so many different things I could have done with that $7,000, but my young, immature self said, you know what? Hey, I'm going to drop it on this chick, and then wake up the next day upset. Upset. Oh my God. Upset. So number one, I'm not spending no more money on strip clubs. It's not doing it. It's not worth it. $7,000 ain't worth it. It's not even worth it. Here's number two. Y'all ain't gonna like this one. Ladies, y'all not gonna like this one. So this is for the brothers. Cause the ladies, y'all about to be upset with me. Y'all about to be upset. I'm not spending money on expensive first dates. Ain't doing it. A recent study just recently came out, said that the average cost of a first date is in between $98 to $116. In between $98,000 to $116,000. The average person goes on about 9 to 12 dates per year. 9 to 12 dates. Well, not really. I'm sorry. Let me be correct. The average person goes on about 9 to 12 dates before they find the one, right, to settle down with. Then when they break up with that person, they go to 9 to 12 more dates before they find the one to settle down with. So I'm gonna take out my phone here. So let's do the math. Let's do the math. Right? So let's just say low end, $98 times 12 right? It's $1,100. It's $1,100. When the average person makes, on average, $48,000 a year, gross. After net, when it comes down to net, that's going to be in between $33,000 and about $36,000 when it comes to what they see. That person who is the average person in America cannot afford to be wasting $1,100 on dating. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm gonna get slammed for this. I'm gonna get trashed for this because here's my thing. A man shouldn't have to spend money on you, woman, for you to feel valued. Let me say it one more time. If all a man has to do is spend money on you for you to feel like he likes you and for you to feel like he values you, you need to go to therapy. You need to get some help, because the easiest thing for a man to do on you is spend money. But the hardest thing for a man to do is to move with intentions. The hardest thing for a man to do is to give you his time. What do I mean by that? Yeah, it's easy. Hey, babe, what's up? You want to do something tonight? Yeah, cool. Great. I'll make reservations. It's easy for me to just call, make a reservation, spend money on you in the dinner. But it's hard for me to listen to what you're saying, what you like, what you don't like, your favorite color. Do you like roses? I like walking in parks, da-da-da-da. Like it's hard for me to listen and then to honestly spend some time to do research to figure out how to take you on a very nice experience with things that you've mentioned that you like. And I got to sit there and make time to schedule out that time. That's hard. That's hard. But in this generation, you don't really care about a man who's intentional. You care about, did he drop a bag on you? And then we wonder why we're getting into these horrible relationships. So no, I'm not wasting my money on expensive first dates. She should fall in love with me. Sisters, he should fall in love with you. Not about how much you have or how much you spend, but about, hey, listen, what are the quality experiences that this brother is bringing into your life? I remember one time I met this beautiful woman. I mean, she's gorgeous. And I was like, yo, the only way I can keep her is if I take her out on this expensive date. And I was like, yo, man. So what I did was I went to this one restaurant. It was real nice. It was a high rise in Atlanta. And I think I forgot the name of it. I don't know if it's still there in Atlanta, but it moves very slowly. The top of it moves very slowly. And this is like back in the early 2000s. And I don't know if it's still there, but I mean, it's like, it was just moving very slowly. I remember that ticket for just two people, 2 dinners. I do partake in wine. I don't get drunk, but I do partake, right? Just for 2 people, the dinner was like 500 and something bucks during that time. And during that time, that was, oh my goodness. And she got so excited. And then the next date, she wanted to do another expensive. Then the next date, she wanted to do another expensive one. And I was like, in my heart, I was like, yo, I can't do this. I don't have this kind of money. But because I presented to her with money, she stayed with only money. And she never really got an opportunity for us to really just go enjoy free stuff and just enjoy each other's time, enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's experiences. Like, no, everything's about, yo, we got to ball out. We got to look like we're winning. I remember I rented a Cadillac, the car. And really, it was an old school mom and dad car. But because it was a Cadillac, I was like, yo, I look like I'm balling. And I rented that just to pick her up. And I spent about $400 for that. Then I spent, for that weekend, about $1,200 on, so really just to impress this chick, for one woman who I never ended up even getting into a relationship with, I spent almost about $2,000 in one weekend. Now, and I say this because it's about being real. Didn't have sex. On the other thing, like, well, everything shouldn't lead to sex. I get you. But can I be real? When men spend that kind of money, they desire sex. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. And I didn't get a kiss. I got a thank you. I got a hug. But I was out $2,000. And you know what? Can I keep it real with you? It's not even a woman's fault. It's my fault. I didn't take the time to lead with Anthony Bernard O'Neill.